Alrighty, folks, we are getting even closer to the finals for Encounter 5 drawing to, happen. Anthony joining you once again, now that I have revealed I still have no idea what I'm doing. And after some technical delays 2 days ago, we have the other match of top 4. Ozzy versus Ciliag, Infinite Megatron versus Blaster. Either way, this should be an interesting match, and you're cleared to start. Alrighty, so we are off to the races. And Ozzy will go first here. And we are off to the races. Okay, so opening hands. Grenade Launcher, Bashing Shield, Shanix Laundering, Vampark for Ozzy. While Ciliag has Mechastar, This Is Bad Comedy, and Rage. Flip Megs, send Megs in. 9 is the swing. Block 3 takes 6. The attack was into Blaster. The power of music versus this gun that Megatron found. True. No pickups, so Scan the Vault on Ciliag's side. As to be expected, you generally do not pick up the first copy of Scan the Vault you see. Draw for turn. We are having a bit of lag here, but that is to be expected. Also, Tygar, thank you for the follow. So Steeljaw is deploying. And what will the top card of the deck be? We have seen some crazy things happen as a result of a Blaster play. Hand of Adaptus. Okay, that's a draw 2. It's a draw 2 in this situation. Drew Photon Charge for turn, and then draws Mechastar Photon Charge. Yeah, Photon Charge is going to be doing things this match, folks. So, you probably said Fire Drive in here. A Photon Charge would be decent. Delicious value from Blaster, absolutely. Also, you're not going to be seeing me zoom in on as many cards because I've realized that they can see my cursor in TTS and I don't want to influence anything. Photon Charge will go on to Fire Drive. That's to be expected because, I mean, he doesn't care about the damage even though he, has 0 defense. But whatever. Takes the damage from Photon Charge, and this is actually going to be handy in the late game because of the fact that you do have that do 1 damage to another enemy. You're going to get some additional chip damage onto Big Megs here, so that is pretty helpful in the late game once Stealth starts to kick in from Apex. 8 Pierce 1. Block 2 takes 6. Okay, a good opening hit. And doing 1 to Megs. Or the other Megs, I should say. This is going to be very confusing. This is like when Double Primes gets played. You have to specify which Prime you're referring to. This is the same thing, except both characters have the exact same name, so it's even worse in that regard. You can't just say Optimus and Nemesis. You have to specify the Megatron. So from here on out, Fallen Hero is Wave 5 Megs. This one is Gun Megs. Dropping a Vampark for a Shanix Laundering. Not surprising. That card has been crucial to Ozzy pulling the Infinite Loop. Well, I call it an Infinite Loop. It's not really, but it's still pretty good. Wait, he's playing Parma Shield in the deck? What? I did not notice that. I'm gonna go pull up the deck list here real quick. Flip Wave 5 Megs to Alt. So the defensive ability is online. At this point, I think you just go... Oh. Goes for the Parma Shield on Megs instead of just going... Oh, no, wait, you do not want to kill Blaster. I forgot. So, semi-random tangent. During my match versus Ciliag, game 1, I played around killing Blaster, but then in game... Or not Blaster, Fire Drive. But then in games 2 and 3, I realized, wait, I don't care, so I just killed him. I was running on the assumption Ozzy was doing the same thing, but in this matchup, you do not want to do that. Speaking of not killing Fire Drive, alive on one! Because of course. Of course that happens. Stand by 1 minute. It's an armor that gives extra attack and defense, and it's an orange. In before grenade for the third time. Yeah, probably. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I just realized I needed to broadcast the video on the Discord side of things and not just on Twitch. So... okay, where is the other deck list? Yeah, he's on 3 Untiring Parma Shield in the main. So, moving over to Celiag's turn. Hand of Adaptus for 2 again. We see Blaster flip to Alt, probably. Scan the vault. We know there's at least 1 in the scrap, so that's at least something. You can't go into Fallen Hero here. Why am I getting an error message? Oh, fun, a disconnect. Welp, this is why we record things. Flip Blaster down, that's always the correct move. Just get the cassettes out as quickly as possible. Okay, I had to reset the stream, and then it stopped the recording on me for some reason. So, basically what happened, basically nothing, actually. It was a good moment to hit the reset button. Preloading Blaster with a photon charge. That's interesting. He was thinking about a grenade launcher for a minute, but instead sends Steeljaw straight into Gun Megs. Going in for 4 Pierce 1, 4 Pierce 2? 5 Pierce 2. Block 1, take 4, up to 5. And then Blaster in. Oh, Blaster gets the bull's... oh, it's a wheel turn. That's why he put the photon charge on Blaster. Duh. Also, you'll notice that is actually a Bellicosity. I finally refreshed my mod caching, so that's a positive. So in again with Blaster. Block 1, take 4, go to 9. Doing 1 to the other Megs with the photon charge. And we have the untap and over to Ozzy's turn. Does not have any way to kill Megs here to get the value off the Shanix laundering, but I don't think he necessarily want to do that. Do want to get Megs as a chump blocker here on Fire Drive or something. Although Celiag is going to force the issue with Fire Drive here in a minute for sure. So Ozzy doesn't have any actions in hand besides Shanix, so he can't really go for a full punt of Blaster here. But he can at least put the hurt on. In fact, actually, let's take a look at how many double oranges are in his scrap. Mounted missiles take the shot, so 2 double oranges are in the scrap out of how many? Can you all still hear me? Did the stream disconnect again? Nope, we can hear you. Okay, good. Anyways, back to looking at how many double oranges are sitting around in Ozzy's deck. Grenade launcher on gun megs, as to be expected. Okay, so he is playing 7, so he's got 5 still sitting in the deck. Goes for it. Doesn't flip any of them. 10 is the swing. Blocking 2. Wait, that's a... Oh, no. That is a very dead blaster. Is Celiac playing Cayman Crash? Nope. The only self-damage he has is Erratic Energy Grenade. And there's one in hand. I mean, you could... Actually, no. You just forced the issue with Blaster here, since Ozzy doesn't have any direct damage on the field. Scan the vaults for 3. Ooh. Loads up for later. I think you have to play the grenade here. Get the extra damage onto Wave 5 Megs. Force the issue with Fire Drive. That's not the grenade I was referring to. Oop, accidentally drew Fire Drive. So, Ozzy is playing a Precision Fire and a Squish Them Like Bugs. That's the only direct damage he can use to counter this. He is playing a Javelin, but that does nothing in this situation. That is a... Oh, wait a minute, we had a bit of a glitch here with the Scan the Vaults. Stand vault. So that Scan the Vaults was not flipped, that was just... happened to be in the deck area here and it got thrown in with the flips. Okay, so... I do not like to just full-blown criticize players' decisions. Turns out robots don't die by notes, they die by bullets. Right. The only other decision I think I'm about to go as hard on as this was when I called John out in round 2 for the energy pack fiasco. With that in mind, why would you not play the grenade there? He's alive on 1. He's gonna die anyways. You get 2 free damage onto Megs. You're likely killing gun Megs anyways. Why would you not play the grenade there? That is a very questionable decision on Celiac's part. Again, I don't like ripping into players, but that is one where I feel that playing a grenade launcher instead of Erratic Energy Grenade, absolutely the wrong play. Shanix laundering, out comes Megs again. And Ozzy seems to be having some TTS non-cooperation issues. He can't get past this now, yeah. Okay, we've got one. Oh, there's the whole deck. Does it matter if he played the grenade? He still has to send Sealjaw into gun megs? I mean, I guess. But at least you get a bit more damage onto Wave 5 megs in this situation. I can't believe I'm a standard of comparison now. I mean, that was, I think, the hardest I've ever ripped anybody for a decision on stream, so... Although, now, this either ties it or possibly exceeds it. I don't know. I'll leave that as an exercise to the viewer to figure out which one was worse. Matrix onto Megs. Send in, and I got the top 4 still. I mean, true. Bold 2 from Revenge. 9, so wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You threw some flack at Legendary for his removal. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So, yeah. All three of, I think, the hardest flack I've given anybody on stream have been in this event. Make of that what you will. And I will, again, leave it as an exercise to the viewer to figure out which one of them was the worst. And by worst, I mean who I ripped the hardest. And again, the three contenders: John's energy pack energy pack fiasco, Legendary not playing enough removal in round 4, and Ciliag with grenade versus grenade launcher this round. Take your pick as to which one of those was the biggest rip. This is a round 1 GG probably. Just Blaster getting punted just sucked. Like, as much as I rip him for the grenade decision, Blaster getting punted was definitely more impactful. Rage on the Steel Jaw, it's something. Who went first? Aussie. Ciliag will get to go first, so that at least will negate that initial turn 1 hit on Blaster. This is bad comedy to get rid of the Matrix. Two-shotting Blaster or Soundwave before they get the second cassette out is almost an auto game loss. Okay, so then that's less of a knock against Infinite Megs and more of a knock against Blaster having a weakness. Because then again, Double Primes probably could do the same thing. Yeah, I am regretting some things I said in the Arc Alpha channel for all the devs that are in here. However, Ciliag will have to deal with Aussie going first again if he does win. Yeah, this is like an auto loss for Ciliag because he didn't win the die roll. Again, I think he could have pulled it out if Blaster did not get two-shot. I am in agreement with Wheeljank here. So, I don't know how many cards he pitched to Fire Drive. 12 is the total. And that's a very dead gun, Megs, but there's another Shattuck slaughtering in head. Feels like Aussie's deck will two-shot him easily. No? Yeah, probably. But at the very least, if Ciliag goes first, same thing happens with Fort Max, Metroplex, Double Primes, and other similar decks. Okay, so yeah, this isn't a knock against gun, Megs. This is just... I think this is just the overkill effect, as I like to call it, where when you see big numbers smacking somebody, you instantly react more negatively to it. And yes, I am psychoanalyzing myself on this stream. Thanks for asking. But, to your point, Naga, to your point, I should say, if Ciliag goes first, he sends Fire Drive in first, that negates a shot onto Blaster. That gives him a shot to set up a little bit more. Blaster still might get two-shot, but he at least has a bit more time to try to get both cassettes out, so that way he can use both Ravage and Steeljaw to try to close the deal once he's actually able to get through to Wave 5 Megs. So that is a Game 1 loss for Ciliag. Game 1 goes to Aussie. I must be a ref now. This is what I call the cliff jumper effect. A character that really should be the last one left if you go first, but gets decked should your opponent go first. So both me and John are now coming up with terms for this game. The cliff jumper effect. I like it. This matchup is defined by the die roll. Absolutely. He has to get both cassettes out. Only tall, heavy hitter decks can usually do it, but that is the benefit of tall teams against a team with key characters. Okay. Yeah, some things I said last night in Alpha Channels I am very much regretting right now. Anyways, while they are continuing to search for Wind Charger, because Ciliag is siding into that, let's talk about the fact that TFCon Orlando, we are 2 weeks away from it, and the TFTCG will be present there, and by the TFTCG, I mean yours truly. I will be there the whole weekend playing games, talking about what's coming up, what has happened so far for anybody who is not familiar with what's going on with the community continuation, and there are going to be giveaways. I'm still not revealing what's going to be given away yet, but needless to say, there are lots of goodies. So, if you are going to TFCon Orlando, be sure to swing by the TCG room. Come talk to me. I will show you everything about this game. It is awesome, and you'll get to basically have a little bit of an insider scoop on what is coming up. And still no word yet on if the panel is happening or not. I have contacted the TFCon folks on that. Still haven't heard back from them, but they're probably extremely busy right now, so that is to be expected. So looking at the sideboards, Ozzy is not bringing in Thrust, I should mention. Wind Charger's coming in on Ciliag's side to get an Alpha Strike onto Wave 5 Megs. I like that decision. Plus, it does act as the chump blocker that Fire Drive was serving as. United Against Tyranny coming in would be nutty if you get the chance to actually fire it off, but that's a big if. You have to kill Megs and then have a wheel turn in order to make that happen. Enforcement Batons could be useful to force a wheel turn in certain situations and maybe try to negate some Shanix laundering, but that's iffy. Quartermasters were useless. Scatter Blasters useless. Yeah, that's everything for that, for Ciliag's sideboard. For Ozzy's, Hijack may not be the worst thing in the world because Ciliag is playing both Hand of Adaptus and Scan the Vault. United Against Tyranny does nothing except against Ravage. Bellicosity, I think, does nothing here. Hollow Matter, I don't think does anything here. Actually, that might be able to stop some chip damage from Photon Charge. Reflect damage, same argument, but Hollow Matter is definitely better. Hold the Line is probably pretty decent as well. Yeah, Hold the Line is definitely decent here because there's 2 5-stars on the enemy team. So that is always fun. And it looks like we are going to be off to the races. Granted, the Cliff effect doesn't happen depending on the matchup, but some matchups are just down to the die roll. Key characters, decks aren't the only thing that suffer from this, but granted, the TFTCG isn't the card... Isn't the only card game to deal with it. That's also why the Thrust sideboard plan is so potent. Yeah, if you can't kill it with this lineup, just kill it with your one-shot lineup. And it looks like we are finishing sideboarding here from Ciliag. Thrust for the win, true. Alrighty, here we go. So, Sides of the United Against Tyranny draws that Bellicosity Mechastar. This is bad comedy. And on Ozzy's side, Power Punch Vampark Supercharge. Flip Blaster. Out comes Steeljaw, it looks like. Yep, going for Steeljaw. Now, will we get a power weapon off the top for, what's-his-face, Wind Charger? Nope, accidentally grabbed the whole deck. Been having that a lot tonight. There we go, what is it? You have to play that, I believe. Whoop, I accidentally hit the wrong button. And my mouse is being wonky. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that, folks. Anyways, let's hit Blaster. Yes, when you do play the top card of your deck. So he had to play to take the shot. Going in for 7, 8. 8 Pierce 1. Block 1. Take 7. Wait. Hold up. Why would you go into Gun Megs there? Wouldn't you want to go into Wave 5 Megs there to try to get as much damage as possible? Or, oh, or is he trying to force a wheel turn as soon as possible to try and just, you know, slowly barrage Wave 5 Megs to death? Oh, right, you can't stealth. I'm stupid. Okay, now we've had 2 court-mandated I have no idea what I'm doing moments. This is why I need a co-commentator, folks. One day I'll get that situation sorted out, finally. So going Power Punch... Flip. Wind Charger is probably going to be going away here real quick. Going in with Bold 3. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. 13 block 1. Yeah, he's dead. Boom. Escape capsule for Shanix laundering, and here we go! Okay. Ciliag has the opportunity to get Ravage out here. Okay, he will get Ravage out before Blaster dies. That is a guarantee at this point. Barring a supporting fire from Ozzy, which I don't even believe he's playing that. Yeah, he is not playing supporting fire, so that is not even a question. Mechastar on Steeljaw. And going in. Going in for 8. 8 Pierce 2, defending 1, takes 7. So that's, wait, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8? Yep. Okay, that adds up. Halfway dead on Wave 5 Megs. Does Ozzy pick up the Shanix laundering? Wait, no, maybe not. Dropping Supercharge for the Shanix. I mean, he got away without having any pump actions in hand last game, so I can't really criticize him for that one. Draws This Is Bad Comedy. That does... no, wait, that does a damage to somebody. Flip Wave 5 Megs. So there's really 2 options for Ozzy here. Either just send Gun Meg straight into Steeljaw, or shotgun the This Is Bad Comedy for a damage on somebody. I don't know whether it's Blaster or Steeljaw here. That's a bit of a toss-up, and honestly, I think you could easily get away with either. Going for the Blaster play. Again, I have no idea what the correct play is here, so I'm not even going to bother trying to think through that one. And sending Megs in, or Gun Megs into Steeljaw. Holy! Going in for 8! Block 2 takes 6. So even if he had bad comedy, Steeljaw, it would not have mattered. Not gonna pick up Scan the Vaults. United Against Tyranny is in hand, but I don't think you'd shotgun that now. Although, wait, did he side into Bellicosity? Nope, 3 copies in the main board. Flip Blaster, bring out Steeljaw. Will we see a Photon Charge? Steeljaw surviving a hit might end up being crucial. Oh, absolutely. Hit and run. That's... Wait, no, you hit and run Steeljaw, give Ravage and Blaster both bold 1. Do 1 to... Or move 1 to Megs. That's a move, right? Ah, hit the spacebar again. We're going to deal with a glitchy mouse here for a moment, folks. Okay, we're back to action. Yeah, move 1 damage to an enemy in alt mode. So yeah, have to move it to Megs. Or not gun Megs, wave 5 Megs. That's an insane flip off the top. So now... There's 2 options here. Either the safe play, which is This Is Bad Comedy Gun Megs, and Power Punch on Blaster. Well, both of them involving Power Punching Blaster. The risk is in the action. Do you play the This Is Bad Comedy to make it easier for Ravage to kill Gun Megs? Plays the Power Punch on Ravage. Interesting. I would have personally done that on Blaster. Okay, so he is going to go the split route and put United Against Tyranny on Blaster. Okay, so he's going to use Ravage to kill Gun Megs here. Does the minus defense to Megs, or to wave 5 Megs, I should say. Ravage into Gun Megs. It's currently going in for 3, Pierce 2 with Bold 3. Bold 4 because of Steeljaw. So there's the base 2. There's Pierce 3. So the This Is Bad Comedy play would have gotten him KO'd. Can he get 1 more Pierce to finish the job? Even though he probably has the attack to do it. Gets it. And there's a white icon. Hello, Mirage. Wait. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Pierce 5. That is a dead Megs, and he's got a shot here with Blaster. Oof. Dropping Bad Comedy for Scan the Vaults. Power Punch goes away. How many cards are left in deck? 22, okay, I'm not even going to bother being pedantic here, because that Power Punch should technically be in the scrap, but... +4 attack on Blaster off the United is sick. Oh, without question. I mean, +4 attack in general is good. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Block 1. Take 8. That's a dead Megs! Gun Megs pops out. Apex is now on the field. Celiac may force a game 3 here. Steeljaw Bolt. Oh, good call, good call, good call. Hit him with the power of music. Indeed. Again, that bold 1 does not matter in the grand scheme of things, but for formalities, you have to flip it. Alrighty, so, draw for turn on Aussie's side of the field. Now has Gun Megs and Apex available. I think Celiac has this one. Aussie's been Titan Locked. Okay, can you explain that term to me? I've heard Titan Locked so many times I can never figure out what that means. But long story short, Celiac does have this just because he managed to stop the infinite loop by nature of killing Megs. Oh, Aussie is desperate. Goes for a Parma Shield on Apex. Apex into Ravage. Not even... Oh, wait, can't go into Steeljaw Stealth. It means tapped out, but a Titan Master is deployed, forcing the opponent to have the wheel turn instead of you. I can't wrap my head around it. Oh, so Celiac now gets first untap on swing, not Ozzy. Ah. Gotcha. So now he just gets a cheap shot at Gunmegs here. He has 3 characters on the field. Apex cannot survive all 3 swings, especially against an orange deck. So, yeah, Celiac most likely has this one. You kill a body when all of your opponent's characters are tapped, so they spend a turn attacking with a tiny character that does almost nothing, also what Techno said. Okay. Okay, yeah. So the confusion arose from the fact that Titan was the only word in there when you're alluding to Titan Master. That's what threw me off, so... like... Possibly hot take alert. I think the term should be headlocked, but you can go ahead and start putting in the chat why I am automatically wrong on that one. Their trait is Titan Master. Yes, I recognize that, but just saying Titan makes me think Metroplex or something. That is a better way to wait, that is a way better sounding name. Wait, Headlocked is a better sounding name? Or are you following my instructions of criticizing me? I can't quite tell. Hand of Adaptus for 3. Sure, just flex. Why don't you? Doesn't have any weapons, unfortunately, and Ravage now has 5 damage. Headlocked is better than Titan Locked. Okay, so John's agreeing in the chat if that is the case. Erratic Energy Grenade on Steeljaw. Yeah, that helps, because how much damage can Apex take? 3. If he draws to This Is Bad Comedy, that just ends the game at that point. Headlocking is an actual thing and less confusing as to what it refers to. Headlock is a violent move, though. Going back to the first thing I said, headlock is an actual thing, yada yada yada, equals better name. Okay. So now we have invented 3 new terms on this stream. The overkill effect, the cliff jumper effect, and headlocking. Once again, folks, providing great innovations for this game. Anyways, time for Apex Last Gasp. Can't play that grenade launcher over the Megs because that clause, if another weapon would be put into the same upgrade slot as this, scrap that weapon. And it's violent to the person caught in it, therefore it makes sense, yeah. Apex goes in. Holy! Wait a minute, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a very dead Steeljaw. Ozzy was just going for a glory kill at that point. And grenade fires, does 2 damage to Apex. And he has Pierce on board with Steeljaw, so now we just wait for the concession or the final blow. The confusion is also further enforced by Metroplex being the easiest and or best character to force headlocks. And that's Pierce on board, and that is a concession from Ozzy. Game 3 we go. Alrighty. The sideboarding processes have commenced. I think Ciliag might have to hope he hits one of his hit and runs off the top with Blaster, with the Blaster flip, or it will be a super uphill battle this game. Yeah, probably. Or if he... Yeah, probably. Probably. Though I was talking earlier about the fact that, I was talking with the other devs and made some questionable comments. That's because, again, the Wave 9 cards are still actively in testing. This event is monitoring their power levels and stuff. So if you find anything or just want to share your thoughts on the set's balance as a whole, you can still do that. Head over to transformers.cards for all the information you need on that. And if you want to talk with the testers directly, head on over to transformers.cards/Discord. We are still looking for feedback as we get into the home stretch here for the Wave 9 beta. Again, head over to transformers.cards for all the information and transformers.cards/Discord for all of the conversing with the testers that you may find necessary. If he's able to deploy Ravage, Ciliag may have this. If not, he doesn't. Absolutely. He needs the wheel turn in order to get Megs off the board. Because, to be frank, Blaster does not have the innate firepower without any pump tools of any description, unlike something like Double Primes, to try and just delete Megs off the board when you get the chance. And he also doesn't have the tools of Double Prime to just deal with Megs in general. Okay, so we're on to Game 3. Ozzy is looking at Wind Charger here. It's winnable, but it's super difficult to win if Blaster gets obliterated in 2 swings. Absolutely. He needs to hope for some absolute... And by he, I mean Ciliag. Ciliag needs to hope for some absolute garbage luck from Ozzy on the flips here. Which, considering what we saw from Naga in top 8 against Blaster, funnily enough, anything is possible. Sending Gun Megs into Blaster. Now, is he going to get the double oranges again like he's been doing all night? Nope. Ooh, flips a backup beam. 5 block 2, take 3. That's already a better situation. Oh, double improvise. I just noticed as I read Ozzy or Wheeljank's comment in the chat, Ozzy's opening hand suggests that he's not going to do too well in this game. Yeah, opening Mining Pick Matrix double improvise is not fun. Ozzy electing not to pick up the backup beam for an improvise? Huh? I am very confused. Why would you not pick up the backup beam there? Flipping Blaster. He's going to stack them both with the Mining Pick. See, again, rule 1 of this game. Do not question the Australians and the Kiwis. Because I missed that. I completely missed that. That explains why he was looking at pitching the Matrix. Hand of Adaptus off the top to draw 2. Looks like there was an accidental flip of those instead. So, Power Punch Bellicosity. I mean, Bellicosity's probably not going to do too much in this matchup, so it's not a big deal. But knowing that Power Punch is in hand could influence Ozzy a bit. Mining Pick is kind of underrated, for sure, but you have to have the right composition in order to make it happen. And the fact that Ozzy's able to change Shanix Laundering so easily definitely allows for that. Is he just going to try to one-shot Gun Megs this turn? He got a Hand of Adaptus off that. He has the Power Punch and Photon Charge in hand. He could do it, theoretically. Because he's going in for 7-10. He could one-shot it with the Photon Charge. Yeah, Ozzy is main decking that Mining Pick. Mechastar? You have a Photon Charge in hand. What are you doing? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... He doesn't want the damage on Windcharger. Who cares about the damage on Windcharger? He's a chump blocker at this point. He's going to die anyways because you just flip Megs to bot mode, Mining Pick comes down, or in Celiac's mind, probably a grenade launcher. You stack those two improvised shields. He's dying either way. The damage does not matter here. In fact, actually, killing Megs would have negated the Mining Pick play. That reduces the overall attack by like 2 or 3. That, playing Mechastar over Photon Charge, that could be catastrophic. Playing a take the shot. Maybe he's hoping for a this is bad comedy to finish it. I honestly don't know why. The only logic where I can see that making sense is if he thinks Ozzy is holding 2 Shanix Launderings. Or any Shanix Laundering. But on the whole, it still is probably better to just try to kill him off the board and force Ozzy to burn those resources as soon as possible. 14. Yeah, the Photon Charge damage wouldn't have mattered in that situation. Dropping Scan the Vaults for Hand of Adaptus. I am speechless. It's only one turn after, though. Let's see how this plays out. But if Celiac does lose this, I guarantee you a lot of people are going to be pointing back to that exact moment, depending on how things roll in the late game. Oh. I just thought of an possible explanation. He could be trying to save the Photon Charge for doing as much damage to as possible to Wave 5 Megs. I don't think that's a good idea, but it at least explains things. And it also explains why he held Power Punch as well. Save the both of those for when you get attacks into Wave 5 Megs. Blaster and Alt Mode should probably finish Gun Megs, and Steeljaw can punch Wave 5 Megs pretty hard, yeah. And then you have to hope Blaster survives the crackback, which, considering that Ozzy's on 1 card in hand, is going to be at 2 next turn, has to flip Megs twice in order to get the recharge on that ability. There's a good chance he survives this. So flip Blaster, you send Blaster into Gun Megs, either put the Photon Charge or actually you probably put the Power Punch on here. Just because there's not another character on the field. You want to save that Photon Charge for when you have to go into Gun Megs, probably. The more I start talking about how this line of play is going, the more I'm realizing that I may be in the wrong for criticizing Celiac on that one. Like, Mechastar, at this point, I am going to say that playing Mechastar over Photon Charge or Power Punch was either the most brilliant heads-up play in the history of this game, or the absolute worst in this game, and I have no idea which one it is. Hasn't played in action or anything, so we have some options here. Goes for the Photon Charge on Blaster. That essentially steals it. Ozzy may keep the gun to smash Blaster harder, but he may not get a choice if he doesn't find Shanix. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so... Oh, he didn't even need the Photon Charge, but he'll get a free damage on the Meg, so honestly, you take it. 7 base bold 1 to at least punt Blaster is nice. And Mining Pick gets scrapped. And Photon Charge does a damage to Wave 5 Megs. And now we see what Steeljaw is able to do. Wait, hold up. Bold 1, bold 1. Okay, so yeah, Steeljaw gave Blaster Bold 1. Five Pierce 2. Wait, that's not right? What do you mean that's not right? He didn't flip the white pip. Yes, he did. He had Bold 1 from Steeljaw. Naga, we confirmed that the hit and run was the next card down. Oh, he's in the call. Okay, now that I have yelled at Naga twice now. Oh, that! Ozzy has just bricked this game. Good lord. Matrix onto Megs, it's extra attack. You can take whatever you can get. Again, alive on 1 is the thing. Is he gonna keep Megs in bot mode? He could still get blasted, yeah, especially if he keeps him in bot mode. He has Bold 1 right now from the strat. Oh, good point. So Bold 2 total with weapon, base 9 with Matrix and gun. That's a lot of damage. And unfortunately, Celiac does not have any flex tape to fix it. Oh, take the shot, Bold 3. Good call. He needs to get 13 to kill Blaster. Yes, 13 is the magic number. Assuming Celiac does not flip any of his Scan the Vaults. Yeah, he's playing 3 blue icons and they're all Scan the Vaults. 2 defense and alt mode, right? Correct. Does not flip a Scan the Vaults. So, 10, 11, 12, plus Bold 2. Ow. 14, block 2, take 12. That is a very dead Blaster. Steeljaw needs the best turn ever. He has a Power Punch. Goes for the Bellicosity. I mean, how many blues is Ozzy playing in the first place? Playing 3, so it's not likely to do that much unless Celiac flips 1. Has Bold 1. So Bold 4. There's a white icon. Steeljaw can kill him, but downhill battle for Steeljaw, absolutely. Hold on. Alrighty, so there's the first 4 flips. So that's base 2 with bold 1 from the Power Punch, 2 more to go from the Power Punch, so 4 more total as a result of the white icon. Okay. Hi, Mirage. Seven pierce 2. 7 block 1, take 6. If Steeljaw kills Megatron, Ozzy swings with Apex. Steeljaw kills Gunmegs. Apex probably kills Steeljaw. Bold 4, missing a card. Oh, no, sorry. Never mind. Okay. Oh, just to add insult to injury. Energy pack off the top. Going in with bold 4. Oh, there's the Shanix laundering. So there's the Shanix laundering. Yay. All 3, of course. Of course, of course, of course. 15. That is a very dead Steeljaw. It was a well-fought battle, but at least Blaster went out on a loud note as Ozzy wins 2-1 over Ciliag using Infinite Megatron over Blaster. And this is actually the first 2-1 of Top Cut. So, yeah, I have some comments I need to go take back with the devs regarding Ozzy's deck. So, our finals matchup is set. Ozzy on Infinite Megatron versus Bethany Molina on Superion. Should be interesting to see how that plays out. And remember, folks, history could be made here. Either Bethany Molina wins their first finals in their first event, similar to what Penguin did last event, or Ozzy breaks a finals losing streak of 6. So it either breaks at 6 or extends to 7 as another first event champion is crowned. But we will see what happens. I will post in all the places where when the finals have been scheduled and what time they have been scheduled for. And by all the places, I mean on Discord and the Facebook group. So be sure to stay tuned for when that is announced. But in the meanwhile, hopefully you enjoyed what you saw here tonight. If you did, there's a little purple button you can push down below to show that if you're watching this on Twitch, or if you're watching the YouTube re-upload of this, there's a little red button you can push down below. Again, stay tuned for when the finals time is announced, as Ozzy and Infinite Megatron faces off against Bethany Molina and Superion. Will Ozzy's finals losing streak end at 6, or extend to 7 as we crown another champion for the first time, or crown another champion that's in an event for the first time? You know what I'm saying. The dramatic moment completely ruined because I can't talk, so I will just shut up now, and that will do it for this broadcast. Peace out, y'all.